These are the files supplied with this tutorial. In your assets folder, you need to have an objects folder. If you haven't got one, you need to create one. Within the objects folder, you need a characters folder. Again, create this if you haven't got it. Within the characters folder, create a spaceman folder, and then just copy all these files into there. Then open a 3D Max file. What we've got is we've got a low poly base mesh that you can use for modeling your characters, a medium base mesh which is rigged to the default CRYENGINE rig, and this is our character we're going to import. It's just in an imported OBJ file. I can hide this one. Center this one. I'm going to use the skin wrap. Add our base character, which is rigged. Now I'm not going to change any of this, but you can have a play around with it and see what works best for yourselves. Just make sure weight all points is checked. Convert to skin. Delete the skin wrap. Now what you should do is you should check out your mesh just to see if everything's working okay. In most cases you'll have to do some fine tuning. As you can see, it's not perfect. Make sure that the worst of it's done. Start the grid. Select this. I'm now going to save this as Spaceman. Clear the list and add Spaceman. Export file per node. Export nodes. Oh, it changes material. Sign it. Export. Everything's fine. Insert box. Character editor. Character tool now. Joints is on. And create a new character. Objects, characters, Spaceman. Just expand this so I can see what we're doing. A double click. Now you need to make sure that you've installed the sample gameSDK add-on from the marketplace, and then you should get these. Within human, generic, we've got a default skeleton that's already set up and registered. Excuse me, I'm made up with a cold at the moment. We also have to add the skeleton material from the same place. Characters, generic, there we go. Just save it there. Now this is just one mesh for the full body, so we've just got one attachment, add skin attachment, give it a name. Find as exported, characters, spaceman, and the geometry. And that's it. Now we would add attachments for the camera, the weapon bones and such in here, which I'll cover in a different tutorial. If we just save all, come out of there, save that, insert in AI, and in the properties, to find the model. Ah, there it is. Characters, and it's the CDF file. I will add that I've already created the materials and all the textures, and I exported the material from Max before I exported any of this. Zoom out, jump in game. Now what you will notice is you won't be holding the weapon. You will shoot, you'll see us. And you can't shoot it. In the Spaceman folder we need to rename the character parameter file. To the name of the character. I'm going to reload this level. Now I can now shoot him. For the attachments, rather than doing them through the character tool, if you open this one and the CDF file, I'm using it Notepad++. Shove it there. Copy, paste, save. Reload. Into game. He's holding the gun. There you go.